Hello, beautiful beings of light. I hope you're well today. I wanted to come on and talk about um, some current situations that are happening in my life, and I'm sure a lot of you would probably resonate to what I'm going to be talking about. And what I'd like to express today is the life experiences that we go through and the situations, life situations that we go through and that we are going through right now at the moment. A lot of our life situations at the moment are intensifying because of the reasons that we have different belief systems, we have different ways of thinking, we have different ways of seeing things, we all have different ways of perceiving what is happening in front of us, and therefore we see things in a very different way. So when these life situations happen to us and we are not understood, it's not for us to feel upset with that family member or with that friend who does not understand us, but it's a time for us to go within and for us to understand that perhaps it's not the time for that person, that family member, to actually understand or comprehend what is happening to me. And therefore, perhaps it's the time for you to create that boundary and to say, okay, I'm not going to be around this person for this moment because I need to deal with my issue, with my situation, so that I can move forward in my life and so that it's no longer an issue in my life. So, sorry, I just got a phone call. That is something that is happening in our life situations at the moment, and it really is intensifying because everybody has a different way of seeing things. So, my message to you today is for you to understand that it's okay, and that whatever life situation you're going through, or whatever it is you see, and whatever it is you believe, to stick to that, stick to your belief. And your lesson is your lesson. Whatever you need to go through to evolve will be what you will need to go through to evolve. There is no wrong or right. There is no one to say to you, oh, that's not right what you're thinking. That's totally incorrect. What you're thinking is not correct. You need to be thinking this way. And you cannot be judging somebody else for the way they're thinking either. So this is a time for us to go in, for us to be within ourselves and to work on those things. And it's also a time to be, releasing and removing what no longer serves us within our reality, what no longer serves us. What is it that is pulling me back from being my true self, from being who I really want to be? What is pulling me back? Okay, so I'm making this video because this is happening to me in my life. So I feel that sometimes when I'm feeling and experiencing these emotions and life situations, I feel that I need to share it with others because I know a lot of people can resonate, and I feel that I'm comfortable within my voice and my truth to express it. And that's why I make these videos for you out there who may want to resonate, who may identify to what I'm talking about, and hopefully this can help you to move forward so that we can all move forward as a community, as one species. Because right now the aim for all of us in this world is to release and let go of the baggage, release and let go of what no longer serves us, release and let go of that is from the third dimension, the tethers, the stuff that is not letting you be with your truth, be with your creativity, be with your passions, and be what you really want to be with. Do what you really want to do. This is the time to let go of those situations. So in my case, there are a few situations that I can still see that are stopping me from moving forward to who I want to be, you know. Uh, so, it could be the father of my child who is in some way, my daughter's a little bit unhappy with what is happening. She has to go to another country to see him. She has experienced abuse from this individual, psychological, and, so it's my duty to protect her and for her to feel safe. And therefore, I need to put that boundary down. I need to create that. I need to stop that from coming in to our home, to stop that affecting the energy within my home, because I know the energy that I want in my home. I know what I want to create. I know how I want my reality to be. I know how I want to create the space that is surrounding me. And therefore, I need to stop that energy from coming into my home. And for that reason, I need to create that boundary. So I need to say no. Okay. And even if that person is not going to like the fact that I say no, I need to stand my ground. And therefore, I need to connect with my power, with the power within me, the goddess within me, the woman within me, the mother within me, to protect and to nurture my child. So it is important to connect with our power and to connect with our security, with our belief within ourselves, with that self-esteem that has been thrown on the ground so many times. But these are life situations that appear in our lives to give us the opportunity to practice that, to practice bringing forward that power within. And I feel that the reminder of connecting with that power within, I find I do through dance. Dance helps me reconnect that power. A power dance will help me reconnect with who I am and how I need to stand strong for what I want and what I don't want in my life. But life situations come and go. So, that's one place. I know I need to be dealing with a lot of 3D stuff, like legal stuff, like emails, like having to word it and having to deal with arguments and negative energies coming my way. But for that reason, I have to prep myself to be ready to be able to deal with that battle, and then to be able to remove it from my space, so that I can come, and so that I can breathe, and so that I can be happy with my environment and not have that mingling in my mind stopping me from, going to a higher space within my life. Then there's another thing that is also stopping me in my life situations at the moment, and that is my business, which is also 3D. And it's kind of like, I know my passion is no longer connected to this business. I know that I no longer want to do this business. This business is still bringing me a profit. It's not amazing, but it's a profit. I can live off it. So it's very tempting to kind of keep it. And also, I have my ego, my identity to this work that I've done, to this business that I've created for the last 6 years. And it feels like I have my ego saying, oh no, but I took so long to create this. I took so long to build it. Why would I just throw it away? I'm not finding somebody who can, buy this business off me right now for the value that it has. And therefore, it's hard for me to let go of it. And I'm kind of hanging on to it, waiting for that person to come along and purchase this business off me. But what I'm realizing is that I'm learning that I think the universe is actually showing me lessons here. And the lesson here is to trust and to let go of it no matter what. And to know that the universe has me, to know that the universe will have my back as long as I follow my truth, and as long as I follow my dreams, and as long as I follow what feels right for me and what resonates for me right now in my life. Because what I was doing before no longer resonates for me, because I have a stronger calling for what I want to do now, So I had a holistic cleaning business, and I took on this cleaning business because my music wasn't working for me, because it wasn't working for me. I was getting frustrated with my business, with my music. I'm a conscious MC, and I was doing a lot of stuff, but it wasn't working for me. So I took on cleaning, and I created this business, and it's super successful. But no longer am I connected to that anymore. I know that my calling is my voice, my calling is dance, my calling is music. So I have to let go of that to be able to step in fully into my music, step in fully into the energy, so that I can give it the energy it needs, so that then it will bring back to me what I want it to bring back. And I'm learning that until I don't put a closure to this, I'm not able, like, there's something not allowing me, not enabling me to totally focus on my creative until I actually, put closure onto something else. So I know that this is a process and there are life situations that are appearing. And yeah, they're a little bit like a stumble, but life is full of stumbles and life situations are not part of you. They just come to you for you to evolve. They come to you to become a better person, to become a bigger person, to evolve into a bigger human being, and to learn the lessons of life. So, I've managed to deal with many other things. Body pain, I went through the body pain for 10 years. I came out of that and I've learned to nurture myself, to create my spaces, to be with love, to understand that, what is it I want in my life? What is it I don't want in my life? What is it I expect from you? What is it I expect from me? Uh, how to uh, how to give, but also how to receive. Um, and I've learned how to um, yeah, give and receive a certain amount of energy. I've learned that we are energetic beings and that it's a give and take. I've learned that it's okay to have negative emotions flow through me. It's actually okay to be angry. It's actually okay to step into that anger and to release it. Um, you create the spaces to be able to do this. You can transform it into love through dance, consciously, actively with an intention, or you can just release it, up a mountain. You can release it with somebody if you want, as long as that person can hold space for you. But it's important to release the anger. It's important to release the sadness. It's important to cry. It's important to connect. Crying is the river of life. It's important to have that minute to cry, to write that feeling down and release that emotion. Because, we sometimes get things very wrong. uh, there's a whole community of love and light and hippie and not hippie, but that kind of love and light mentality, the kind of yogi mentality that everything is good, that you mustn't be angry, that you mustn't release anger, and everything is love and light, and everything is so beautiful, so beautiful. But actually, that is not the way it should be. You know, I've always preached love and light, but the reason why I've preached love and light is because I have been through the darkness and I have felt the darkness and I have seen my dark side. I have seen the devil within me. I have seen the devil within you. I have seen the devil within everyone. Everybody has that extreme, okay? That extreme of light and darkness exists within us and also exists outside of us. It exists in the world. And until we don't see this, and we're able to accept the darkness within us, and we're able to accept the light within us, and have a balance between two, it's very difficult to be able to find your truth and to understand who we really are. And that's why a lot of us have a lot of fear right now. And because we're not stepping into the darkness, stepping into our shadows, stepping into, our hurt, our sadness, our anger, our frustration, our agony, our despair, our terror that is within us from our inner child experiences, from our past life experiences. When I did my energy work, I went into memories of when I was 3, and there were subtle, tiny memories, but they were traumas that were within my system that created the way I perceived things. I still perceive things from when I was a child, today. So therefore, I wasn't seeing clearly. I had filters on, I was seeing things in a different way. So it was time for me to be able to work on my body pain. I had to go in to visit those shadows. I had to go in to be with the darkness and be with those shadows and release them and transform them and create a resolution, and make sure that my inner child was now resting, make sure that my inner child was okay now, pull my inner child out of the trauma and bless my inner child and say, it's okay, my darling, everything is going to be okay, rest assured, everything is going to be okay. I'm coming from the future and I'm telling you, you're going to be okay. And then slowly the anxiety and the tension of that emotion would release. But for us to be able to release that fear within us, it is important to go in and to visit those shadows, as well as visiting the shadows and visiting the darkness that is in our exterior reality, the darkness that is out there in the world, which is real. And a lot of people are still not believing that this darkness exists in the world. A lot of people are still not believing that we are controlled by, 13 families of the world, the Illuminati, if you wish to call them. But that is the darkness in the world that has been on this planet for 25,000 years, and that has been integrated within our lives. So we have been, indoctrinated and programmed within the system that these individuals created, and therefore our parents, their parents, and their parents' parents knew nothing more. Okay, so they believed what was given to them from this system that was built by the darkness that we see in the world, and therefore we are programmed with this darkness. Okay, so this is the reason why we need to deprogram, decode the information within our systems, so that our children and their children can become beautiful beings of light. And this is where the exciting stuff is coming. It's like the light has actually won this crazy spiritual warfare that we are living. And it's important to know that right now, what is waiting, what is needing to be done is us to do the work. We can't just sit down and just follow through with the regulations and the rules. We need to wake up. We need to, get out there and stand strong within our power, stand strong within our solar plexus, and express how we feel with our neighbors, with our loved ones, express how we feel with our partners, with our children, put our boundaries down. And all this starts within the home environment. It all starts at home. You don't need to go out and save the world. The way you save the world is when you create your world the way you want it. It's when you create the world within your home and your environment. And that's how we start to shift the world into a better place. This is how we do it. Every one of us, every single one of you has the power. You have the power to make a change in this world. And it doesn't mean you have to save everybody. It just means that as long as you save your environment, the world that you live in, whether it be through dance, whether it be through just meditating every day to feel more peaceful and to connect within yourself, to be able to then say to the other person what you want to say, to be able to say to your boss, you know what, I don't really feel comfortable with this. It doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't resonate with my heart. I'm not in tune with you anymore. I'm not in tune with this job anymore. I don't want to go through what you are telling me to do to be able to keep this job. And I'm going to trust that the universe has my back, because I trust that abundance follows when I'm from my heart, when I'm doing something from the heart, when I'm truly engaged in my passion. I know that abundance will follow. And when you step back and you speak your truth and you stand within your power, magical things happen for you. But to do that, you need to take that step forward, take action towards that. And I am currently trying to do that now with more things that are coming to me. So things just come to you and you've got to deal with them. You've got to deal with them with the sword in one hand, like these goddesses that have, that are like archetypes to show us who is actually within us and what we are actually made of, and understanding that the emotions are just flowing through us, and the life situations are just flowing through us. But actually, we have a sword in one hand and we can have a bird in the other. We can have the symbolism of, cutting the cords, and being active and being taking action towards what we no longer want, with that power. And the bird, the softness, having that yin energy, that the moon inside us, that represents the softness, and doing it from love, having that sword in our hands, but doing it with love, doing it with power, doing it from love and not from fear, not screaming to get through this, but to understand that we are all love, and that love is everywhere around us, and that everything is good, and that nobody is wrong, nobody is right. It's just a question of perception and belief systems. And with that, I would like to end this conversation just to say to you that we all have a choice, and whatever comes to us at this point, it's not for us to become the victims. It's for us to understand and ask, why is this coming to me? What is the lesson that I need to be learning right now? Do I need to drop this job? Do I need to move to a different country? Do I need to move outside of the city? What is it that is not resonating with me? And if it's not resonating, I will take action. Let me take action towards doing something because of this. What do I need to do about that family member that is attacking me right now? What do I need to do about that partner that is not allowing me to be myself right now? That is not allowing me to create my space so that I can breathe? What do I need to do? Do I need to take action? And, finding that space to find the power to be able to do that. Right now, it's very important to move into the fourth, fifth dimension and let go of the third dimension. The third dimension is what we see, it's what we have around us, it's the fear, it's the mainstream narrative, and the fourth is when you move into understanding about the body, understanding that we are magical, powerful human beings, and that these emotions and fears that come to us don't belong to us. They are actually here to teach us lessons, the same as body pain. The same as anxiety. It's all there because something is out of balance. Something is not quite right. It's finding what that is, assessing it and releasing it, and then moving on to the next step. And that is how we move into the fifth dimension, clearing and cleansing, nurturing and eating good foods and taking superfoods and and putting those boundaries down, stopping contact with certain people. I have a very exclusive number of people in my life. I don't really have time for a lot of people because I am very I look after my energy, and I know I only have a certain amount of energy, and therefore I need time to nurture myself. It seems a little bit selfish, but it isn't. It's just nurturing ourselves because we have not been taught how to love ourselves. We have not been taught to nurture ourselves. We have always been taught to find love outside of us, that love is outside of us, and therefore we never initiate that love within. We always wait until that person comes to be able to enlighten that love that already exists within our bodies. It already exists within us. We don't learn to be soft with ourselves. We don't learn to be tender. We don't learn to caress ourselves or to just put some music on and be subtle with ourselves and perhaps dance or just do something relaxing for ourselves just because we deserve it, because our body deserves it. Our temples need that love. Don't wait for somebody else to give you that love. Find those spaces to create that time for you so that you can nurture yourself so that you are ready for this new beginning, for this great awakening, for this new way of living, for this new way of being. I love you. Lots of love, everybody. Love and light.